Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL. If you're new, you'll notice there's a QR code at the top right. Just use your phone, point at that code, and scan it. That'll take you over to my link tree. If you're having any problem scanning that code, just go to Believe, BelievemEMeAchieve.com. And there's lots of great stuff to help you become a better version of yourself and help others become better versions of themselves as well. But click on that very top one, which is John's Daily National Day video, and lots of great quick videos there to really empower you, as well as some longer ones too. So you know that every single week we have a new master topic that starts on Saturday and it ends on Friday. We're on episode 2. We'll get into the topic in just a minute. But I want to welcome back our friends, colleagues, and associates for coming back and sharing with us. Love to have them here. And thank you for being so loyal. And hopefully some of the new people will become loyal just like all of you. Great to have you here. Thank you so much. Our master topic is How to Be a Friend series, episode 2. All right. So we're going to talk about 2 more characteristics that are important when it comes to friendship. Remember, we talked about acquaintances. This is not an acquaintance. This is actually this would be literally a friendship. Again, not an acquaintance. So that's really important. All right. So let's go over to my friends over at Merriam-Webster. And the 2 that we're going to look up today are dependability and loyalty. So let's look up first, what does it mean to be dependable? All right, so dependable is an adjective, capable of being trusted or depended on, meaning that you're reliable. How many out there have you ever had a friend and you ask them to do something and then they don't do it? Like maybe you were going away for vacation and you want them to do something for you, which is pretty important, and they committed they were going to do it. And then you said, gee, Brian, did you ever do? Oh, no, man, I'm so busy. I'll try to get to it tomorrow. And I was like, well, remember, I told you it needed to be done on the day. And you said it'd be no problem. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Just my boss and this. And they're making excuses. Okay. So if you have somebody like that, well, then I would tell you that it's probably time to, figure out, is that something that's going to be repetitive, or is that something that's just going to be like a one-off? But dependability for me, that's a big deal breaker. If somebody can't be dependable, how can you be with them? When we talk about being dependable, that's someone that, whether it's picking up your family, or maybe it's going to the store for you, or it's doing something that you need now or at a certain time, and they don't mind doing it because they want to help you. Hey there, Kenny. Yes, great to see you here. Being a friend is such a delectable, scrumptiously, deliciously, edibly tasty, good, heartfelt to be. Yes, it is. So, but a lot of people, Kenny and others, they don't know what it means to be a friend. They think it just means to be in a circle, but they don't really know what the qualifications are. They somehow get there, but then they really aren't a friend. And then you're all pissed off and annoyed because they're not acting like a friend, but really they shouldn't have been elevated to that status anyway, because they just jumped too quickly. And you were so anxious because you were close and you wanted to make them even closer by bringing them in as a friend. You actually caused yourself more damage, right? And, you know, being dependable, being reliable is such a paramount attribute that we need in business, in personal lives. Because if you're not dependable, let me give you an example. Let's say I ask you to do something for me and you don't get it done. Or I ask you to be somewhere to meet someone at a certain time. And then the person calls me and says, John, I thought you were going to have somebody there. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words. Correct. So now you have this person and they are supposed to meet this other person, and then that person called you and said, "Hey, John, where are they?" I'm like, "I don't know. Let me call up. Jim, what happened? Is everything okay? You're supposed to be um, at this customer. You're supposed to be at this client. You're supposed to be at the office at this time." "Oh yeah, yeah, John. I just ran into some traffic, or there was an accident." And then when you ask them, "Was an accident?" "Oh, gee, was everybody?" "No, no, it's fine." And they're making it up, because if you go online and you check if there's an accident, there is no accident. The accident is that you actually trusted them to be dependable for you, and that's the problem. And so it causes this tarnishment to happen, not only between you and that so-called friend, but now your reputation and the supplier or the other person that was meeting that person there, that kind of takes a nosedive. So we can say that it compounds, right? And reputation is something that you cannot rebuild. You could take years to build a reputation, and you can destroy it in a fraction of a second. I guess a lot of people don't realize this. I agree with you, Kenny. I will tell you that I am not quick uh, to believe someone's reliable. I really want them to be reliable, but I found out too many times when I was younger that I've gotten burnt. So I would rather take it very slow and see if this person is consistently going to be reliable, or if this is just something that they do whenever it's convenient. Because a lot of people are friends for the purpose of convenience. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, your buddy happens to have season tickets to the Lakers or to the Yankees or to the Giants, and you're a friend with them for convenience. You're using them. See, that's wrong. Very wrong. And as Kenny has said, toss them right to the curb, because your reputation is very important. And if you don't put a high stake on your reputation, it's going to go down. And I mean fast. So this trait that I'm talking about, or attribute, which is dependability, is very, very key. The next one that I want to talk about tonight, and it's very important as well, and this one is loyal. So it's an adjective: unswerving in allegiance, faithful in one's sovereign or government, faithful to a private person to whom faithfulness is due, faithful to a cause, ideal, custom, institution, or product, such as you're a brand holder for a certain product or service, and you've been with the company for X years. But when we talk about these characteristics, one being dependable and one being loyal. So loyal means that you're going to be there through thick and thin. Is that like dependable? Well, I think they go hand in hand a little bit. Can you have somebody that is dependable but not loyal? Not usually. It can happen where somebody can be dependable for a situation, but then they're not loyal because they don't have that respect for you. So a good way to tell is if they have respect for you. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that today is National Sunday, Sundae Day. Make sure you go get your sundae. I went and got mine, which was just a small vanilla soft ice cream with just a tablespoon of hot fudge and some colored sprinkles. It's about 350, 375 calories. You can actually watch that by going to believemeachieve.com and clicking on the very top button, John's National Day video. And also, it was National Drive-Through Day. I actually started by going to a brand new car wash, and I drove through it. Then I went to Taco Bell's, who supposedly has the best record, which they do for an order. They had my order in a minute and 20 seconds. They're very polite, very professional. And I had my taco Frisco style, which was 150 calories, and a bottle of water, $5.10. And then after that, little lunch, I went to TD Bank, and I drove through TD Bank and showed the green light. And you can see those videos off there. I know you'll like that. And the other important thing I want to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know what happened, and then I'll get back to the topic here at hand. But do you know what happened on July 15th? Anybody know? Well, on it's actually July 16th, pardon me, July 16th, the National Lifeline, or Suicide Prevention Crisis Hotline, actually extended its services. So as of July, yeah, it's actually July 15th, that you can now dial 9888 from any phone in the United States of America. You can also text 988 from anywhere in the United States, of course, from your cell phone. But what they also did is they tried to work very hard so that the person requesting assistance would not be steered to their local police department, and they would try to get them the help of the health professional. Unless it was absolutely necessary, they would not involve the local police department. So I think that was pretty cool. So talking about loyalty, right? We think about dogs that are loyal. They're never going to speak negatively about you, not going to gossip behind your back. They'll listen to your side, and they'll try to give you the benefit of the doubt, but they're not going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to share with you the hard facts, and they're going to share with you the truth, even if it doesn't make you feel good. So having the skills and attributes of being dependable is great. Being loyal just kind of cements that in. Generally, people that have integrity are loyal and they are dependable. Loyalty has an earmark with it that means that you trust a brand, you trust a person. So it implies trust. But loyalty means that, you're going to stick with them through thick and thin. Dependability is a little different. Dependability means that you're going to do what you say you're going to do, okay? But you may not always be around when they need you. So there's kind of a cross hash between those two, right? If we said, the difference between dependability and loyalty, difference between dependability and loyalty. And loyalty is a state of being loyal. Okay. Dependability is a characteristic of being dependable, but dependability really means that you are capable of being trusted. Okay. Or depended upon. So then what the heck does dependability mean? Well, dependability means trustworthy, trusty, trusted, steadfast, faithful, responsible. So I like to say that loyalty is an allegiance, is a strong eminence of respect towards someone. That's what loyalty is. Dependability just means you're going to be there, you're going to show up. Somebody can be at their job and they can be dependable because they're there every single day. Loyal is a little different. Loyal holds the characteristic that you're going to go through thick and thin for your brothers there at the workforce, or your manager, or your owners, right? A dependable person has no qualms with throwing you under the bus for doing something. A loyal person doesn't really want to get you in trouble, doesn't want you to get hurt in that way. So I think that's the best way. But I will tell you that to have a good friend, they should be loyal and they should be dependable. Dependable so you know that you can count on them. Loyal so you know that their heart is with you, that they're going to stand with you through thick and thin. Or they'll be, oh, this guy's nuts. He's crazy. They're going to stick with you. And that's really the beginning earmarks of a good friend. Of course, there's a lot more characteristics that we're going to discuss, but I want to understand that many want to award the title of friend or friendship to someone. But what I've learned is you shouldn't rush to make somebody your friend. Let time happen. See how they are around you and see, are they just being this way for today? Or is this the way they generally act? Because what I found, like I told you, with the Lakers tickets, the basketball game, the Nets, the Giants, or whatever other team you follow, the Devils, if somebody appears to be loyal and dependable to you now, and you're giving them tickets, watch what happens when you don't give them the tickets. Like maybe they say, "Oh, gee, can I get your ticket? Oh, I'd like to give them to you this weekend. I already committed them to somebody else this weekend. Maybe another time." And then they either might blow you off or they might kiss up to you so they can get the tickets next time. But then what happens when the season ends? Are they still around you, or are they just there when you can do something for them? I know this because my dad was an elected official in one of his duties when I was in grammar school and high school, and even through some of college. I have to tell you that there were a lot of people that asked him to do stuff for him. Like, they'd say, we need a job, but I'd never heard of these people before. And the funny thing is they would always call during dinner time. The phone would always ring. And then when he got out of office, you know what happened? The phone stopped ringing. But one time he reached out to one of these people who he wanted to have them do something for him. Just I think he needed an estimate for something to be done. And he was willing to pay for the job. And the person said they're too busy. So I think we have to be sure that the person we're connecting with has our best interests in mind, not just today, but also tomorrow and many days and years beyond. Now, you can't determine this in 24 hours. I'm sorry. I know maybe you're lonely, you want to have a friend. I hear you. But trust me, you're going to thank me when I tell you that you don't want to elevate that person to being friend. You want to keep them as acquaintance. Can always move them up, right? But it's not good to move them back. Yes, you are so right. And this is earmark quality, Kenny, that many friendships miss because they take a shortcut and they don't go the right way. I think what a lot of people will find with a friend, you remember James Taylor and You Got a Friend, or the Toy Story movie and You Got a Friend and Me, the Toy Story from Disney. Everybody wants the friendship, but they're not always willing to put the effort in to maintain it. There's something called a two-way street, right? If your friendship is just one way and you're always doing everything, that's not good. It has to be a two-way street, right? Just like in business, friendship, both people need to benefit, right? When we think about friends starting off, right? A friend is someone that is going to open up and share a vulnerability or two. When that happens, the other person should likely share one as well. If they don't, it's time for you to pull back. I'm going to end with a very interesting story. With COVID and the pandemic, hopefully in remission right now. I won't say it's gone, but we'll say it's in remission. A lot of people were dating online. All right. And, you don't know whether the person is actually the age that they say they are or that they are the picture that they say they are. And then you meet and it doesn't go so well. So I have a tip. The tip is this: in your profile, put down, if we decide to meet, I just want to let you know that I'm going to ask you for a photo verification. And here's how we do it: you're going to take a picture of yourself holding up a piece of paper with today's date and a code I give you, and then send that to me. And you're also going to bring that to me, and I'll do the same. And they respond back, well, why am I doing that? Well, I know you're probably a good guy or a good lady. The reason I'm doing this is that it's so hard to tell who the good people are out there. I'm sure you can understand that. Thus, I know you won't mind, because you're good anyway, that you would be happy to share with me this information. I'll share with you as well, since you are coming to my home or what have you, or we're going to meet somewhere. And so it's a good way to get people. And the people that either block you say, well, why do I have to do that? Well, you don't have to do anything. It's just, I don't know you. And so many people lie about their pictures online. So this is one way I can tell that your picture is actually being taken at the current moment while you're holding up this piece of paper. You're going to get a lot of ladies and a lot of gentlemen that are going to be nasty towards you. These are not the people you want to have an acquaintance with, or a friendship, or even take it to another level, like a formal, intimate relationship. Because if they're going to lie about their age, they're going to lie about their picture. They come, you're like, oh, you look different. Yeah, but I am that age. And then what is it, a standoff? No. So I think when respect is broken, there is a disconnect with the intentions. And thus, the friendship or the acquaintance could just end. See, the nice thing about an acquaintance is that when somebody's an acquaintance, it's very easy to just blow them off and you don't even talk to them. In fact, you're not even friends, you're just an acquaintance. So you reached out, maybe there's a person in your class and you need help because you were out and you want their notebook. So you might reach out because you were sick or whatever, and you call them and say, hi, Carrie, this is John from Mrs. Phelan's class. I've been out a couple days. Just wondering if it'd be okay if I was able to borrow your science notebook so I could get the notes, and if there's any homework I missed, if that'd be possible, I could borrow it over the weekend. I don't know if you're studying that subject. And then they come back to you and say, oh, yeah, sure, John, I'm going to be studying Friday, but you could pick it up Saturday afternoon. Just get it back to me on class on Monday. Okay. Now, that's an acquaintance. But as that person starts to do things for you, you might become more like friends. I think the problem in our world that happens is people try to expect an acquaintance to be a friend, and they're not. They're an acquaintance. There's somebody that we're just being cordial with, but we have no, yes, I see it. Yes, friendship is always a two-way relationship, and not just romantic, but also friends. I see so many people in this world that they're unhappy in their friendship because it's like, who's got the upper hand? And it should never be like that. It should always be a balance, right? It should always be this balance. And when there's a balance, then you have a friendship. I wrote a paper many years ago when I was in high school. It was a poem. And my teacher, I was in AP English, said to me, John, you should submit this for the literary works in the book that's being published this year. I said, oh, no, that's okay. I said, no, you should. And my title, if I remember correctly, was Friendship Like a Street. It's like a street lamp. Or I think I did Friendship Like a Street Lamp. And I talked about the fact that although friendship is unconditional in the traditional ways, and comparing it to a street light, where a street light appears to be unconditional because it always works, it needs power, it needs a pole, it needs a light bulb, light source, right? It needs electricity to power it, current. And friendship, although it seems unconditional, it really is conditional. It's just that we as individuals have accepted the terms of what the conditions are. Therefore, we say it's unconditional, but it's not unconditional. We've agreed that we're going to respect each other and we're going to have integrity for each other and a lot of other attributes here that we'll go over. And so when you understand, people say, well, gee, friendship is unconditional. It's unconditional after you agree on all the attributes. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am by now. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been an amazing privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you again this evening as we talk about one of my favorite master topics, as many, How to Be a Friend series, episode 2. I hope you will choose to love, like, and support my channel. Tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Comment below. What does friendship mean to you? And are all your friends today possessing the 2 characteristics we talked about tonight? And that is dependability and loyalty. And if not, my question is, why are you still hanging on to them and calling them a friend? I hope you have a great rest of your night. Remember to share this out with everyone you know on social media. And go to my YouTube channel, John Space, C Space, MORLEY, Space, Serial Entrepreneur. Look for the key phrase, help keep our content free. And make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team and I a savory piece of watermelon, a delicious vanilla and chocolate twist sundae, or a lemonade. We'll be so grateful for those pennies and dollars. We'll invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, and even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping motivational content ever. I hope you have a great rest of your night. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I am going to see you, tomorrow with another great episode on How to Be a Friend series, and that'll be episode 3. Have a great night. Have a great night, everyone.